to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The punter, Jake Camarda, will get things started. And off we go here on EA Sports. Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. It has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. Got it, man. It's the rookie from Alabama. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Triangle left side. Here goes Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Cameron Curl.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion, Reed. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off the RPO, this one to McLaurin. It is 3rd and 10. They send Sutton in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
And this is what happens when you compare a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Black Knights will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. And he will go all the way. Portland Sutton. Touchdown Dragons. Touchdown number 50 for him on the season. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Now, faking the give. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. It's a touchdown. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Black Knights are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. It'll come out to the 30. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
third down, they'll throw from the gun. It is brought in the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Dragons. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 16 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Travel start on the ground. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. 2nd and 7. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw here is complete. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. Sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
He'll drop to throw. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
He was brought down by Brandon Jones. It's a gain of 6. And an 1st down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. It's a pickup of 12. And that will be a 1st down.
First down, Buccaneers.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. RPO, quick throw. There's Sutton. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run over center with Williams. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. He's going to look for the home run ball. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Dragons punt team unit comes out. That is fielded at the 20. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Here's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. Now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Black Knights move out to a 3-point edge. 17-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
down, it is Williams.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
He will air this out, looking for Sutton. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And the Blackbacks are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
They'll begin here on the ground. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Tight end on the move left. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down. Now a second timeout called by the defense. First and 10 from the 38-yard line. Could burrow his way forward for a couple. It is Percy Butler to bring him down. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we have reached halftime here. It is a 6-point difference at the break. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with EA Sports. Halftime report. It's all yours, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Tucker. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Into space. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this all the way back. 92 yards for the touchdown. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
The offense will line up for a 3-point conversion.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And He will get into the end zone and book the lead up by 2 more.
Dragons 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out into the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They face second down and 7. Now a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the move is for the field goal unit here. This one from 41 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game as this one is also good. And the Black Knights add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A gain there of 16 yards. That's enough for a first down. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. They want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
They try the right side this time. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. And he's going to have a first down. Not a big play, but the little dip into the bag of tricks does the job. Putting the tight end in motion. The throw on the run is complete. Big strides. Look at him go. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. It is a touchdown. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
This one is fielded in the end zone. He will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Sutton, the intended receiver, and third down coming up. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And that one incomplete. Terry McLaurin the intended target on that one. And it'll lead to a second down. Now pass deep for McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And that'll set up fourth down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come up here, first and 10. In motion, Reed. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down. So, on fourth down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. And back deep is Marvin Mims. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They send Sutton in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on money.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked up by Lante Taylor.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. Throwing now on 1st and 10. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. The points receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Down, they'll try to get it on the ground. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Tight end going in motion here. He'll try to run this one in, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Now this time they'll look to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Black Knights. An extra point attempt to follow. He knocks it through. And the Black Knights stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
To the air once more on 2nd down. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. It's a big one right there. 45 yards. He goes right back to Sutton. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. They'll run. It's Williams. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
And he'll go down, back at the 4. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll look to throw. He's going to run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. He's got it about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. This one caught the 4. And he'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. He will take this one across into the end zone. Williams. Touchdown, Dragons. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
He'll drop to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's the thing about these onside kicks. They're really unpredictable. You're trying to get the ball to take that big high hop, but it doesn't. It ends up just going through everybody on the recovery team and ends up going out of bounds.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point attempt still to come. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So even after the penalty, they're not going to rethink things. They'll stick with going for 1. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They send Sutton in motion. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Dragons getting their punt team out here. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game.
God, I can't believe what I'm watching.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
Let's go now.
Back to the air one more time. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Here we go. One final play. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired.